Good morning. It's a Sunday, post Christmas. Everybody's still probably hungover from the Christmas party. Uh, I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. I hope that 2022 brings better luck, more prosperity, more happiness, better health for everybody. Today I was planning to do a session on uh, communication skills, but I decided to actually skip that and talk about uh, uh, mindfulness and how important mindfulness is in survival. Now, it is the easiest thing to say that think positive, think positive. The point is you don't know how to think positive. I mean, when you're in a state which is difficult or not particularly easy, how do you actually consider, how do you actually get into uh, positive thinking? So, one of the key things is to actually get yourself into a state where you are absolutely kind of still, kind of peaceful, and um, in a space where you are open to actually focusing on the present moment, and it is done without judgment. Now when we talk about mindfulness, the whole purpose of mindfulness is to actually be mindful without being judgmental, without being prejudicial, without wondering, oh, am I breathing right? Am I sort of why is this thought coming into my head? I'm in a state of meditation. I'm not supposed to think thoughts, but that's all. It's all technically a myth. What you actually have to understand is that the thought will come and the thought will go. The whole point is you don't engage with the thought. So what do you do? Okay. Um, you first and foremost get yourself into a comfortable position. If your back is hurting or if you're uncomfortable in the seat that you're sitting in, you're not going to be able to focus or think or even allow your mind to rest. So what do? You put yourself into a comfortable position, whether you're sitting, whether it's on the floor, whether it's on a chair or on a sofa, because mindfulness is a format of meditation. It's a format of meditating to get you into a state of meditation. The two are very different. When you are in a state of meditation, you are actually observing your thoughts and breathing, and uh, focusing on your breathing till your mind starts to calm itself. So for example, get yourself into a meditative state. Start with sitting in a comfortable position and breathe. Okay. Now this is when you are doing pranayam or you're doing yoga, they make you breathe. Okay, you are supposed to breathe and focus on your breathing, which is very much the same state. It is very much the same kind of a situation, except that uh, it's a format of yoga, but it's not actually yoga. Okay, so for example, if you tell me to do yoga, the minute you put a discipline to it, I tend to have a problem in implementation. So what do? Yeah, is that you sit and bring your complete awareness to your uh, current state. Okay, into your what you're feeling, into what you're thinking, into what your all of your sensations, into all of your senses. So for example, when you're sitting on a chair, you focus on what your feet are uh, sort of feeling. What are they, um, are you wearing slippers? What is the sensation? Is it rough? Is it smooth? Is it, and you don't think of why it is rough and smooth. You just say that it is smooth, or it is the floor, or it is the carpet. Then you draw your breath. So you do a full body scan. Okay, you draw your attention to your ankles, to your calf muscles, to your knees, and you continue breathing in the normal pattern that you are breathing. Because the minute you start, and this used to happen with me when I first started, is that when I used to try to meditate and focus on my breathing, I suddenly became so aware of my breathing. I wasn't sure I was taking in a deep breath, or I was taking in a slow breath, or I was taking in a shallow breath. Okay, so what you do is you actually just focus on your breathing in such a way that it is natural. So you take your breath in, hold your breath for 2 and release, because that's our normal breath. Okay, so you get into a normal breathing pattern. Okay, initially when I tell you to breathe, you're going to sort of take in a breath, hold it for 3. So you're basically taking in oxygen into your body, and then you're going to release it. Now, as time passes, as you start scanning your body, your breathing will get into a regular pattern, which is your regular pattern. If you start to feel your mind wander in terms of, oh, my leg is paining, why is it paining? I need to go to the doctor. That means that's a wandering thought. Okay, you bring your attention back into your breathing, and you bring your attention back into your breathing, and you start focusing on your breathing. And then you take your attention back to your leg where you lost the track. Okay, and you do a full body scan, and with every breath that you take in and every breath that you release, you allow your body, you give permission to your body to release the pressure or the stress or the tension that you're feeling. Okay, that's how you do it. Once you have done that, even if you can do 1 minute a day, you're on track. Because it is not always easy. For example, when I'm sitting in a state of meditating, I'll hear my dog barking. I will hear, if you can hear this sound, there is this some sort of construction work or some work which is happening outside my society, and that sound is sort of can become a hindrance if you're not able to focus. So how do you focus? You keep drawing your attention back to your breath. Okay, start with 2 seconds of breath, where 2 seconds of breathing, which is very simple. You breathe in for 2 seconds, 1, 2, and hold, 1, 2, 2. Breathe in for 2, hold, release. Okay, breathe in through your mouth, release. Breathe in through your nose, release through your mouth. Okay, and that's how you actually bring yourself into a state of meditating. Once you do that, the next step is to increase those breaths, is to breathe in for 3, hold for 3, release for 3. Okay, while you're doing that, focus on your body, different parts of your body. And of course, if you attend my sessions, then I will take you through other guided meditations on anxiety and stress and sleep. And believe me, I'm somebody who used to have a difficult time sleeping. Okay, I would not get into bed till I was actually sleepy, like I'm falling asleep. What I started doing was, I get into bed and I bring myself into a state, okay, through breathing and through visualization, where I bring myself into a state which is calming, which tells my mind that I'm in a state of sleep. And then sometime during that guided meditation that I do to myself, I fall asleep. Okay, I do this stairway format. some may have done it, some may not have done it, but it's something that I devised myself, and I conducted in different webinars, especially where people have a problem. In fact, I had just done a webinar with one of the companies on how important sleep is. And sleep is extremely important when you are uh, in mindfulness, because if you don't get your rest, you are unable to function the next day. And this I can tell you from personal experience, because I used to be extremely high stressed and high anxiety, with the result, when I used to go to bed at night, my brain used to be all over the place. I used to have these thoughts that would, just, and it's like a train of thoughts. I would start somewhere and end up somewhere else, with the result that I was the quality of my sleep was extremely poor. Okay, and then I would have nightmares based on the thoughts I'd had. When I started, and then actually I used to take medication to help me sleep. But today I don't take medication. I get into bed. Okay, I tell myself, I'm okay, I'm tired, I'm ready to sleep. I still have to nail the sleeping on time format, but I'm not sleeping at 3 in the morning anymore. I sleep much earlier. So I get into bed and I tell myself that I am so tired, I am so drowsy, and then I do my guided meditation. Okay, whichever position I'm in, because that's the comfortable position I sleep in, and then I drive myself, I meditate myself into a pretty sound sleep. And believe it or not, I now have a puppy that I am looking after, that I sleep on the floor because of. We wish he gets into my hair and I don't even know. That's the kind of sound sleep I'm talking about. So when I wake up in the afternoon, and versus what used to happen earlier, is that when I used to sleep, it was never a complete sleep. So I used to be kind of tired during the day, and then I would sleep in the afternoon, and then and sleep as in like 2-3 hours of sleep, the concurrent sleep, and then I would be up again at night and sleeping again at 3 in the morning. So that was my routine, and somewhere along the way, my health started to get affected. Today, I don't feel sleepy in the afternoon. Believe it or not, I just don't, because I get my complete rest at night. Even if I sleep for 6 hours or 7 hours, it's complete sleep, and I'm a sleepyhead. Okay, I'm not as bad as my son, who can sleep for 13-14 hours, but I get my sleep, I get my rest. Okay, I get my restful sleep. So um, that's one of the benefits of mindfulness, of meditating in mindfulness, about making yourself mindfully aware of. Uh, One is to understand where the problem lies, then to work on a program of sorts. So that this is my goal, because if you function without a goal, you don't know how to measure it. So there has to be something that has happened before for you to know that this has changed. So what is the problem that you're facing? Then we work out a goal, and then from that goal we work out steps that you follow. Okay, where you can actually uh, measure the improvement. And if you cannot measure something, you don't know how good or bad it is, or how, if it's working for you or not working for you. So we measure the improvement, and thereafter we get into a state of planning on how we're going to do it. So if you're interested and you think this works for you, might work for you, or work for somebody you know, get in touch with me, because I am planning to do a 28-day mindfulness challenge, where I'm going to take you through, and this is not going to be a 1 hour every day or 2 hours every day, or you have to do this at the time. This is going to be where I share content with you and you do it at a time that's convenient for you. And then of course there'll be mindfulness workbooks which you will do after the exercise, so that you know that you are progressing and if you're doing better. So I'm going to sign out now because this is Sunday and it's post Christmas, and um, everybody's still waking up. I'm awake, wide awake, even if I have sinus problems and I look like a bug. But I wish you uh, a wonderful new year, in case I don't see you before, and a fabulous, fabulous, fabulous 2022. I hope it brings us better luck than it did in the last 2 years. I wish you and your loved ones health, wealth, and happiness from my heart to yours. Take care.